Hello YouTube, I thought it might be fun to do a lesson on Esperanto. So here we go. So what is Esperanto? Well, it's a constructed language which is designed to be easy to learn. So what does that mean in practice? Well, I don't know if you remember learning some French in school. So in French you had to learn things like a table is feminine, a pen is masculine, there's a whole bunch of complicated conjugations to learn, and if you wanted to say anything you had to know the grammar for the different tenses. Well, there's none of that in Esperanto. There's no conjugations, there's no grammar, there's no pens and no tables, so everything's much simpler. Okay, so let's get straight onto the lesson. Let's start with the alphabet. It's based on the Latin alphabet, which is the same as in English, except that there's no W, no X, and no Y. These letters are actually banned from the alphabet, so you can't use those, unfortunately. Some of the letters can have some hats on them. This one here has a little baseball cap. And this one can wear a tie, but that's not used very often. That's just, for example, if you wanted to talk about going to church on Sundays or something a bit more posh. So no need to worry about that one. Okay, so let's jump straight into an example conversation. So when you meet your Esperantist, the first thing you're going to want to say is saluton. That just means hello. And then when you finish with the conversation, you can say gis. That means goodbye. So that's a conversation. You can go out straight away and practice that. When you meet your Esperantist, say saluton. But of course, you haven't learnt anything else yet, so you're not going to understand what he says in reply, and you won't be able to say anything else anyway. So I recommend you jump straight in after saying saluton with gis to end the conversation, and then preferably run away as soon as possible, so that he doesn't have a chance to reply, and the conversation will be complete. Okay, so we've got a conversation sorted. We can show an example phrase, a more complicated phrase. So this phrase is La gato corre sub la tablo. Okay, so that means the cat runs under the table. Okay, so in English there's a bit of ambiguity here, because you don't know whether the cat started away from the table and ran until he was under it, or whether he was already under the table when he started and he was just running around under it. Well, in Esperanto, there's none of this ambiguity. Instead, Esperanto has a thing called the accusative. Now, the accusative is an N that you can add to things to change the meaning. So, for example, if you put the N on the table, the cat will actually be put off from running under the table and will do something else, such as play with a toy. Otherwise, for example, you can put the N on the cat, and this will actually scare the cat, and the cat will run away. Okay, so I think that gives you a good taster of what the language is like. I think that's enough for lesson 1. If you want to learn more, hopefully I'll see you soon in lesson 2. Or in the meantime, you might like to try out, there's a course on Duolingo, and there's also a course called Lernu. Both of these are free, so you can just Google these and learn some Esperanto. Okay, thanks for watching. Cheers!